Aquarius. This is your reading for October. I'm shuffling to get your overall energy, and it's ready to go. Distant. Wow. Something from the past, and I feel like it's something from the past that you want to die. Like, yeah, the next card out is haunted. So I feel like there's something from your past or coming up from your past that you thought was dead and over, but it's coming up here again. And I'm almost getting, because I was really drawn to the stars, that you're hoping and wishing and dreaming for this thing to just go away. Like, you just want to leave the past in the past, and like, you're haunted by this, whatever the situation is, or this person, it's haunting you. And you know how an escalator just keeps moving over and over and over and over in the same pattern? I'm feeling like this is something that's come up a lot, or a cycle that you've been in more than once, and you may be just feeling in the energy like, when is this going to be over? Like, what? And I'm getting strongly that, like, it's over when you get clear about, or the truth about the whole truth. Because this is foggy and steamy and it's a little unclear. You want to be here, but it's like you can't. You're hoping and wishing and dreaming for this thing that haunts you to just be over. But it's like, I'm getting that you need to do the work to really put this thing to rest and have it stop cycling over and over, because things aren't clear here. There's something you're not being clear or honest about. And the only way to really, truly put it to bed and move past it and beyond it is to really put it all out on the table. Really do all the work. That way, it can't keep coming up. It's coming up because the universe is pushing you to have what you're hoping and wishing and dreaming for. You're hoping and wishing and dreaming for this thing to never come up again. You want to leave the past in the past. And it's helping you get there. How do you get there? You get there by being accountable, taking responsibility, and being clear about everything. Because it can't come up again then, right? If you're clear and honest and put all everything on the table from the beginning, it was dealt with. But the fact that you know that you're not being clear and honest about everything, even though it's the thing I feel that you're really wanting the most, you're not really doing the work you need to get there, which is why this keeps happening. It's like you're not getting that you are getting what you want. You're getting what you want. It's giving you, the universe is giving you the opportunity to put this to bed or put this to rest. But you're not taking advantage of the opportunity. It's just like, here we go again. And she's like, she wants this too. I feel like she's exhausted. She's tired. She just is like, wants to get off the escalator too. Like, can we just do it? You may not realize what a strong manifester you actually are. I think that you aren't standing in your power, which is why you won't understand things like you really dwelling on just wanting this to be over and leaving the past in the past, and just like, why can't we just leave the past in the past? I really want this. I really want this to just die. I don't ever want it to come up again. I really want to get past this. I really want to move beyond this. And the universe is like, here you go. You said you really wanted to move past this and get beyond this, and it's the thing you want the most, right? So do the work. Do it. Do the thing you need to do for it to never be able to come back at you again, where you have to address it. Like, you just need, and I don't think you understand that you being in this space mentally, every time it comes up and saying you want this thing, and you're getting that thing you want. It's just not being delivered to you in the package that you want it to come in, which is, you don't want to do the work, be accountable, take the responsibility for whatever this situation is that you took apart in creating. You just wanted to like poof, disappear. But that's not how things work. The way you get through the way that you get past them is through them. I can't wait to see what this next card is, because one card can change the whole narrative. And it pretty much feels real clear to me about what this is trying to say. You want to get off the escalator. You want to get off the repetitive, like, same thing all the time. Here we go. Okay, Scorned is here. So this is the overall energy here, and an extra card flew out for you, which is Repelled. I very much feel that you're resisting. You're resisting. And in your resistance, you could be dealing with someone who's scorned, okay? They're keep bringing up the past, and it's the one thing you don't want to deal with. You just want it to go away. You both want the same thing, is what I'm getting. You both want the same thing. This person is fully aware of, like, you get there by going through it. I mean, she's prepared. She's going through hell already. She's surrounded by flames, and she looks like she's in the fucking apocalypse. She's dead center, not hiding in the middle of the street, ready to be seen and prepared to go to war with whatever is coming her way. This person, I'm saying she because she's a she in the card. Maybe it's not a she. I mean, the long hair doesn't indicate that she's a she, so I take that back. This person is very much in their power and aware that we can get through this. You have to go through, though. You can't just act like and just push away this situation, because we are both wanting the same thing. You're both wanting to collaborate on the same thing. You're both wanting the same outcome. But this person's fully aware that you to get the outcome you want, you got to do the work. You, on the other hand, just want like magic to happen and have an outcome, and you're resisting it. But it's what you want too. So this person could just be like in their this energy, like, I'm not going on this cycle again with you. I'm not doing it. You do the work, or that's it, because I'm over it too. I'm over this. I'm over this coming up again. Every time I feel like I deal with it, it's over. Another layer comes out, which just builds the energy of this in them too, where they're feeling like they need to put space between you and them, because every time they feel like they got to the end of this and it's finally over, it's not. Because you can't just wish something away and expect it never to come around again. It's just not how the universe works. And you've gotten away with this behavior over and over and over again. And the thing about it is you don't even like it. I mean, because what you're doing ain't working, is what I'm getting. It's not working. And this person, when you get into that energy, even though you're wanting to push the situation away, what you're really doing is you're pushing this person away who is fully in their power and is trying to get you to stand up in yours and just do the easy thing, which they seem is easy. Like, it's like, yeah, it's gonna suck. Maybe there's a lot about it that I don't want to hear or know about, but the best thing to do is just get it all out now, so that we can truly move forward, but beyond this and past this, and heal and do the work. That's what we choose to do. And it doesn't have to come up again, because moving forward and doing all the work and all those things just to have another cycle come around again where there's another layer to it, and have to do it, the healing and moving forward and thinking it's the end again over and over and over again, that repels them, that pushes them away. Like, why am I here for you if you're not going to do the work. It's like they're asking you to stand in this and do the work that you need to do, or else it's this, like there's just the resistance is going to come back at you. And then we have unlovable on the bottom of the deck, and power and embarrassment. Okay. I think this behavior here, Aquarius, makes you and this other person in this energy, they feel alone in a situation. I don't think maybe you recognize that they may feel alone in this situation too, not just you. That this energy coming around and around and around again feels unfair to them. Like you don't care enough, you're not giving enough energy to it. If you really cared and loved them, you'd do the work and you would go to battle for this and you would do what they're willing to do, which they feel like you're not doing it, you're not standing in your power. And it makes sense, right, that a very powerful person you're going to be up against that, because it's the universe encouraging you to be in the energy of the thing that you can't stand the most right now. It's like calling you to mirror that, or else this person is going to mirror this, what they feel like what you're doing. You're trying to escape and push away and not want to deal with this and avoid it. And it's making them feel unlovable. So the universe is asking you to mirror the power this person is showing you. And maybe they're in their power even just by being there time after time, cycle after cycle for you. That you mirror them, you do the work, you get in your feelings, you stand up, you don't worry about feeling embarrassed and trying to escape a situation. And then you guys can move past it, heal, and do the work, right? But if you don't mirror what the example they're showing you, which I feel like this person is a very strong example of the energy you need to step in, and the thing about it that makes this all just like is you can't stand that part of who they are. It may be the thing you dislike the most about them. They could have a very fiery energy. They could be very straightforward, blunt, say what they mean, do what they say, and they're asking you to do that same thing, like almost like it's poking at the coward in you. This part of you that runs, doesn't want to deal with things. They're really poking at that, and you can't yet, you repel that, like it just like completely turns you off. But I'm strongly feeling like the universe is urging you to step into that and mirror them. Maybe it's almost like even pretending to be them, like what would this person do, and do that. Because I'm strongly getting that if you do not do that, they're going to mirror your energy, which is creating space between you and them, not wanting to face the situation, not dealing with it. They're going to slowly detach and move away from you because they're not feeling you step into your power and do the work, which makes them feel this way, which is also how you feel. And then you'll just move away from each other. And then you're really going to feel this. Because I feel like you're asking a person who isn't capable of just, they're this. I mean, they're not capable of just moving forward and pretending. Like, they're like, no, they're a fighter. That's strongly what I'm getting. This person is a fighter. They have a lot of power. They're very strong. And you don't like that about them. But you don't like that about them because you deny that part of who you are, which we all have it in us, and some of us deny our power. And the way that I started this reading is a perfect example. You very much are every day just wanting this situation to go away and not deal with it and ignore it and all that. And the universe is showing up for you. You just don't like how they're showing up for you. They have you matched with a person who's asking you to do this because that's what they do, and you're refusing to do that because you're not like that and that's not who you are. but you need to be stepping into that power. And that is how the universe is like, you do this and you do this and then it goes away. But your refusal to acknowledge this part of yourself is what keeps you trapped in the cycle of this thing keep coming back up again. It's like you don't want to deal with this person. You just want this to go away. You can't stand when they're in this energy. But they can't stand when you're in this passive energy, people pleaser energy. But your refusal to people please this one person who may be the person who means the most to you, which is just like, what? Because you're refusing to step into your power, put it into a situation once and for all, because of the way it's going to make you feel embarrassed or ashamed. But this person's prepared to go to war with you or against you. I mean, I feel like you have the choice at this point, because this person feels very much in the energy of like, if you don't, I will. And if you don't, I'm going to mirror you. You don't mirror me and do this, I'm going to mirror you, and you're not going to like that. And me going to war with you is now going to turn into, we're not on the same team anymore, because you aren't in this for me in this way that I'm in it for you. Hope that makes sense. I didn't even get into the cards yet. This is just the overall energy. So I'm going to step more into it. I have a feeling now this is pretty much the message, because it's like coming clear, zero doubt in my mind about what is happening here. I think you are very much matched up against a powerful person who, there's a reason for that. You're supposed to stand in your power. I think there's a lot of potential here for you guys to be in this energy together, almost like us against the world, and that's fine and that's all we need. But I very much feel like a person here is not feeling like it's us against the world. It's me against you and everybody else. And like, are you going to come back on my side? Are you going to come over here? Because if you're not, I repel you. And maybe that scares you because you know how powerful this person is. And you're just like my head hurts. This feels like it just feels like a headache, a big headache that you don't feel like dealing with. The only way to get past it is to go through it. Let's see what else wants to come out. I very much feel like this person, Aquarius, is prepared for the truth. I even feel like they're prepared for it to be ugly and them not wanting to hear it, and knowing that like they're prepared for the work. They know it's going to get hard. They're in their power. They know. This feels like a person to me who's been through a lot of shit, and they know that, you know, to go towards what's difficult, because the easy way out never works. This is a person who's fully aware of that, because they've been through a lot of shit and they've done the work. Maybe you caused this person a lot of embarrassment, and they feel like they're embarrassed because you're refusing to stand in this power to do whatever it is that you want to go away permanently. And they're feeling this way. Like, why can't you do this for me? It seems so simple. Like, why is it such a big deal? But you caused them some kind of embarrassment. Queen of Pentacles, right away I'm getting out. This is somebody who you view, this could be a wife, and I'm getting that you view this person as a chaotic person. You view this energy as chaos. So they could be somebody you're in a long-term relationship with, partnership with. You could be married to them, but you very much view them as like a chaotic person. And I'm getting like a little quirky and weird, but aren't you? So it would be quirky and weird in ways that are like down to earth ways. Like they're like a non-traditional person, which is something you wouldn't normally like be happy about. Like the chaos, like you want something a little more stable. But I do feel like this person has a lot to offer in all of this chaos, and they're powerful because even in all this, they're bringing that energy of, look what I've created. You may see, excuse me, all this chaos and mess around me, but there's this fire that I have that I feel like is special and is a gift. And even though someone else might look in here and be like, the Queen of Pentacles, how is she the Queen of Pentacles? Almost like, why would he marry her? Why would he stay in a relationship with her? Why would he be with her? She comes from a chaotic family, this and that. Maybe these are things you've said about her publicly to people, where if she knew, she would be embarrassed, or you would have embarrassed her, because like, why would you say those things? But she's accepted that about her. And I'm strongly getting, there's a reason this person's in your life. And all the things that annoy you about them, or you see as chaotic and unstable, are urging you to see things in a different way. Because even you may be a kind of person who just is like, has a negative mindset, like, every day is a hard, or every day it's the same thing, or you're just like a Debbie Downer almost. And this person here, they're urging you to just see life in a new way, where you might see all the chaos and other people may look in and see all the chaos, but you know the power that's there. You know what this person brings to the table. You know it's unique and different, and maybe those are the things that you love about this person. But for some reason, I'm feeling like you can't ignore the part of you that looks at them and sees the chaos and the power of this person pushing forward with all that they want and creating it, manifesting it. I mean, she's the Queen of Pentacles. She gets what she wants. She creates it. She has it. It shows up in the real world. And obviously that will benefit you too, right? Because she's the Queen of Pentacles. I mean, but you don't focus on that. You focus on all this chaos around her. And maybe the way you speak about her is about the chaos around her. Not like, she's one powerful fucking bitch. I don't know how she does it, but if she wants something, she gets it. She makes it happen. It shows up time after time after time. I don't know how, but it benefits my life. And she's created this life that you are a part of. I feel like the thing that's most magical about this person, Aquarius, is the thing you can't stand the most. And maybe that's something you keep to yourself. I kind of feel sad, actually. I feel sad now because, like I said here, I feel like this person's been through a lot. And, they manifest their energy in a different way, which repels you. You're actually not attracted to it at all. You're like repulsed. Repelled, that's what it says, repelled by it. And this person already feels in an energy to me, Aquarius, that they've been through a lot of shit. They've been through a lot of wars. They feel this way already, but they know their power. They know that even in this, she looks worn the fuck down. She's still creating and has so much to offer. But there's an energy here where she's always made to feel like it's not good enough. Or she already feels not good enough, even though she knows how powerful she is. There's already this unlovable energy. And maybe this Queen of Pentacles feels like she accepts a lot. And there's an energy of feeling like you repel the parts of her that feel that she loves the most about herself, are the parts of her that you can't accept about them. there's something here about a push and a pull, or a refusal to accept certain parts of a person. Like, I only love certain parts of the person. Well, that's not love. Like, love is accepting a person fully for everything that they are, not just like, and going to war for them, like having their back and not talking negatively about them, and reminding yourself all the wonderful things when you get in the state of like, I just don't want to deal with this and I want to escape and run away. I think a lot of other people see this person too, as strong and like they've been through a lot, and they see the magic in this person and the power. But there's something how do I say this? There's something where it feels like the intimate relationships or the personal relationships, or it's like the people who are on the outside at arm's length, like distance, can look in and see at like, maybe she feels more seen by the people at arm's length or a little bit more distant in your guys' lives. She feels more seen by those people than the people that are closer and more intimate in your surroundings. And I think that has something to do with the way you speak or don't speak. It could even be just like something negative coming up and you not being defensive about it, or don't talk like that, or don't say that, which also is it's almost like agreeing with what's being said because you're not defending it or shutting it down. So, oh God, this sucks. I'm feeling a little emotional. I feel like this person is so worn out. And I feel like the answer is so simple, but like, why won't you do the simple thing? Is it because you're scared? Like, we're gonna get more into it, but I feel like already this is a long-term relationship, wife, partner, or whatever, some relationship you've had for a long time. I feel like this, it just doesn't feel good. Like, are you not doing the simple, easy thing that would just solve the solution to go away and be over with and done, because you don't really want there to be healing and things to move forward here? Are you like secretly wanting this to be over and you stay with this person because you feel like who else would love you? Because I'm getting a strong energy here of like you just being repulsed by this person on some level. And I don't know if it's subconsciously. Let's get more into this. It's like her house is a little messy and she's like disheveled, and you can clearly tell she's been through a lot, right? And even in that energy, she's the Queen of Pentacles. She still has so much to offer, and she has a warm fire, and she's inviting you in, and she's offering you what she has. You know, like, she took a bite out of this and she's like, here, you want this? I want to share this with you. And I almost get almost like an energy that's like almost like a wounded child energy, where it's like there's just something about this that just feels like there's energy showing up in this dynamic between the two of you all the time, where this person feels like this is a repetitive cycle of like situations or something coming up that just make them feel like they're not good enough or less than, and you play a part in that and somehow. And I feel like it's something that you could fix, but it's something that I'm feeling like that needs to come from you. Like, here I am offering you this. You know, like, can I just get that in return? And we have the Page of Cups. This is coming off to me as like that. So in the terms of love, they feel like this is where you're at in the love dynamic, which doesn't feel like it matches to me with the Queen of Pentacles energy, because I just feel like this is new, and maybe this person feels like that at this point in the relationship, the cups should be overflowing with love. It shouldn't be this new immature offer where it's just beginning, or it's new, or it's young, or it just feels like it should be so much more than this. And in this specific picture of this card, it's almost like she's chasing after that. Like the fish isn't in the cup. It's like, you know, she's got to catch it. And this person, Aquarius, may be feeling like they're always chasing after you for the emotion and the love, and they're feeling like we should be way past this point. And why am I chasing after you to show me emotion and feeling and do what we feel like needs to be done to move forward in this? Like, why am I always feeling this? Like, we're always starting over. We never really get beyond this. I feel like there's a lack of depth, a lack of depth here. Like, somebody's just not capable of getting below the surface. And it just makes this person feel this. Like, I want more than this. Why can't you give me more than this? Why are we stuck at this place? I mean, we have a queen to a page. This is somebody who, you know, they're the queen. Next is the king. Maybe the King of Pentacles will show up here. I don't know. But matched with a page, this is like just learning. This is just the beginning. This sometimes is interpreted as a water sign child. But I'm not getting that here. I'm getting there's something immature about the love here. Or there was some sort of situation that was immature in the way a situation was handled. It seems childish. It seems like, you know, we should be beyond this. Like there's a lot of emotion lacking here. Feels confusing. It's like, why can't the action be there of you going towards that and doing that? The star. I think this person, Aquarius, is very much matching. I mean, here you are. Right? It's very much matching. The same energy is like you both wanting the same thing. So I think that the difficult situation manifesting is for the best of both of you, because you both are, I see it, you both want the same thing. It's just this person is just an action person. Like, if someone comes up against them, they stand and they deal with it. They don't move away from it. And because there's that, the difference in the way that you guys deal with life and situations and things. And because there's that, the way that you guys deal with difficult situations in different ways. It's like you're almost wishing for this to go away, and they're wishing like for you to just do what needs to be done so it can go away. And I'm very much getting that this person who's powerful and that you refuse to step in that same energy, I do feel like you lean on them a lot for their power. Like you do recognize their power, and there's a fear here that you're terrified of it for some reason. But this is your wish. Like, your wish is to be with this person, and you love that energy about them. You know, they could come off childlike, seem a lot younger than their ages. They're a manifester. They could be in the spotlight in some way. They could shine when they walk in the room. Everyone could tell you how lucky you are. You know, like, they dance to the beat of their own drum. But there's something about it, like, you love all those things, but you also don't. And I mean, there's this shiny star. And they They even maybe know that about themselves. And they're like, why are you just offering me this little ass tiny shot glass of love and emotion? Like, that seems unfair. Like, I feel like anyone would be lucky. And you're just like, you want a sip of my water? Maybe this isn't you, Aquarius. Maybe it's the person you're dealing with. I don't know. I'm telling you what I'm getting, and I'm strongly feeling like I'm talking to you, Aquarius, that you did something. And the way you're making this person feel about the thing that you did is that they don't deserve for you to. It's like when you do something wrong and your response to that is you ice them out, like, and they're expecting in a moment like that, like if I did something wrong, I'd be like trying to comfort them, trying to make them feel better, proving to them that I'm there, taking the action to show like I'm going to do the work that needs to be done for you to be okay and feel comfortable because I care about you and I love you. And that's not what's happening here. What I'm feeling is happening here is whatever the situation is, you're dealing with it in a very immature way where you're pulling back your love and your affection. This person feels like you're icing them out. You're being cold to them. And they don't understand why, because it's like they know they're a catch, but you're very much making them feel like this. It's almost like when someone calls someone crazy. And it's like, what's the motive there? Are they really, or are you just trying to make them feel bad about who they are? And maybe you're unaware that you do that, but I feel like this person is very much feeling like the energy you give towards them makes them feel bad about themselves because they don't feel like you're showing up. Like, it's just the energy of not showing up. I mean, this person is showing up. Okay? If somebody wrongs them, they're showing up. They're going to make a situation right. They're ready. They're going to do it. And here you are. Distant, cold, unclear, foggy, hoping, wishing, and praying things will change, but taking no action. Just sitting there and hoping it'll disappear. And this person's ready to go. And you're just like, I'll be over here till I die before I give you more than my little shot glass of emotion. Where this person, you may view this person as like emotionally reckless, or like they're just unstable, and like you see them that way, but they're very much a person who deals with shit right away because they learned dwelling on shit doesn't work. And I feel like the only thing that keeps this person in the dwelling type energy where things don't work is because you. And they're asking you, can we get past this? And this is what you need to do. And you don't. This is sad. Getting this now that I'm looking down. Some of you, your wife could get pregnant. Your partner could get pregnant unexpectedly. This could be something that they hoped and wished for, or it was totally unexpected, and the universe, is bringing this situation in, and it's going to make somebody really happy, or it's going to help the situation move in a better direction. And I'm also getting strongly too that like there would be some strong Aquarius in this chart if it's a baby, like moon, sun, Saturn will still be in Aquarius 9 months from now. I don't know. But I am getting that strongly that this would be a very powerful child, which maybe it's like you wouldn't have wished for this to happen, but it's happening, and it's like, oh my God, the timing. But I actually think this is going to be a really good thing. Maybe it's like something that you wanted that you didn't realize you wanted, but once it comes, maybe that's causing you stress and anxiety, but once it comes, I think you're going to be really happy about it. It does feel unexpected, unplanned, and like a shock. That's how I feel. There was something else I was getting and I forget. I hate when things come in all at once because like it's hard for me to like get it all out before it moves out. Oh, this was another thing. There could be a situation for some of you Aquarius where you've been struggling with knowing that your person is a powerful person, and you get frustrated because you feel like they are not potentially standing in their power, and you know they have this, they can make anything happen. And maybe you've been frustrated because you know that they have the potential to be very successful and be a star. And maybe you really do feel this way about them, right? But maybe they haven't been giving that energy, the effort and energy into manifesting that, and that causes you frustration. What I don't think you realize is because of the situations like this that we're dealing with, oh my goodness, that really hurt, that we're dealing with, I don't think you Aquarius understand how much energy that takes away from them putting into this thing, whatever this thing is, that you're hoping that this person manifests. The reason they can't is because they have to deal with you. And I'm sorry, but that's the truth. They have to put so much energy and effort into dealing with your crap that they can't do this, or this has held them back. Or maybe there's children and they've had to take care of the kids and put all that energy and emotion into the kids, and they couldn't put it into that. And maybe that's caused you're being a little bit repulsed because you know that they are so powerful and have all this energy to manifest this successful whatever it is, and they're not doing that because that's all you're looking at is what they're not doing, instead of what everything that this person is dealing with. And maybe that just annoys the fuck out of you. But what you're failing to see is how strong and together this person is holding it together to deal with the everyday, day-to-day stuff, and the kids and the house and the family and all the mom stuff, the Queen of Pentacles, that this is how she feels every day. I mean, look at her. She doesn't have the energy to put into being the star. She knows she's a star. She'll know she'll get there, but she's aware enough to know that right now I don't have it to do it. So cut her some slack. This almost feels an energy to me because there's no indication down on this table yet of the words actually coming out of the mouth. This could even be an energy of, like how I was saying, like icing a person out or just not talking to them when you're not happy to get your point across. Like, I'm going to ignore you because you pissed me off, but I'm not going to actually communicate to you what's going on. So this person is left to like figure out the puzzle of what the fuck is going on. And I feel like all of these things, you think them. You may not speak them, but what you don't understand is because this person is a powerful person, you don't need to say it. They feel it. They feel all the things you're thinking. The Hermit. We're dealing with the Pisces. We have the Aquarius out here. I kind of move it away from calling out who is who in the readings. I just feel like cool if the person's in there, but we all have all signs in our chart, and we get hung up on the sun sign, and like the sun sign's not even the most important, it's the rising sign. So there's my little rant about that. But the Hermit, Virgo, could be dealing with the Pisces. What's in Virgo right now? I feel like Mercury is, interestingly enough. It retrograded back into Virgo, and I think it is now moving direct back out of Virgo and into. So you could be dealing with a Virgo or a Pisces, or this could just be talking about what I just said. The Hermit, you know, they pull back, they go into seclusion, they go off by themselves, and they don't speak. And in that, those times, our Hermit moments, is when we are coming to, in the silence, we come to the answer. And maybe that's what you're doing. You're not saying anything, but maybe this is a pattern of like, you don't say anything all the time. And then when you do come into the answer in your silence, you don't say that either. I'm getting a vibe here of like someone who's not a great communicator when it comes to their shot glass of feelings, because I mean, it just feels like someone who comes to, like, has conversations with themselves and never shares it with anybody else, and everyone else is always in the dark. And it could even be like, I told you, you didn't. It's just, there. I just now am looking at the card. Ironically, the Hermit's up on the roof, like away from all the children and the trick-or-treaters down here, and they're throwing out the candy, you know, but they have the lantern up there, and it's like, they're down there, like, can we get a bone here? Can we get some of that? Like what I was just saying, it's like feeling like this person pulls back, or you pull back, Aquarius, from this person. You get the answers you need when you ghost someone, or you like just shut someone out. You come to the decision you're going to make and you move forward, but you're not giving it to anybody. You're not sharing it. You're just like keeping it to yourself, and they're down there like, come on, give us something. Anything. Share something. There's one trick-or-treater down here who also has a flashlight, and it's almost like she's shining it up like, yeah, I got one of these too. Cool. You know? I understand you pulling back and needing time to think and process, but like, because I do that too. But when I come out, I share what's going on. Like, cool, you got a light. Now, what are you going to do with it? Something. I'm getting strongly here, Aquarius. There's something about... Oh, my hair just stood up. There's something about a part of you that you've carried around for a long time. And I think you know what it is and you recognize it. But there's this strong energy here of you just sitting in it and not doing anything about it. Like, it's just, like, I'm feeling a strong, like, just no action. But it's like, how long are you going to sit in that? Forever? It's like, you did the Hermit. You're understanding what's going on. You're having the moments of enlightenment of, like, okay. You're asking yourself the important questions now, like, why is this happening? Trying to seek the answers to what's going on, but like, I just don't feel like you feel equipped to, or you know, like, what to do, or what would your life look like if you did what you think you need to do, or just being so comfortable with the way you've always been that it almost feels like there maybe in time and time again where you told yourself, like, I'm aware of this behavior I do, I'm going to change it, I'm not going to do it anymore. And you may start, but then like a few days later, you just go back to your old ways. So it doesn't carry any weight with it. I'm not 100% for sure how long this has been going on because timer stopped, so. Alright, let's see. My goodness, the reading I just did, these same cards came out. Ace of Cups, Queen of Swords, Death, and Judgment. Whew. This is some heavy shit. This is the universe giving you the opportunity to open up and share your feelings and your emotions, and it's giving you this opportunity to do that again, okay? We went from the Page to the Ace. So, it's giving you an opportunity to start all over again fresh. Like, let's do it right this time. Let's start over fresh. Let me really show you this. And I think you're going through something serious, because I think you are in your feelings, which is why you're pulling back into this mode. And you doing that upsets this other person, because they're like, what's going on? And they're feeling you close off from them. So they're like, what are you preparing for? What's going on? They feel in the dark. They feel like in the dark. And you're in the dark. And you have the Queen of Swords to the Death and to Judgment. And holy shit, I mean, that's some intense energy. Like I just said, there's a cycle that is coming to an end. It's changing. And actually, this is so weird, because Saturn is in Aquarius right now. I want to say I think it's retrograding. I'm not 100% sure on that. But I do know soon it's going to be moving out of Aquarius for good. Like, it's at the end. It's like going to be moving out. Which this also talks about. So maybe there's a part of your life, like I just said, that you've been working on back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. This cycle keeps happening. You know this. You recognize what it is. You're having a difficult time. Maybe by the time Saturn moves fully out of Aquarius, you'll feel better, or you'll know what to do, or you'll master that part of your life ruled by Aquarius and move into the new energy. I do feel like this is going to bring, even though this feels super intense, this is going to bring a lot of needed and wanted energy into your life, this part of yourself that you've been struggling with. I do think you're ready to cut the shit. I mean, I feel like it's something where you need to come to terms with, like, how do I explain this? Being unliked, and you know, you think that, like, Aquarius doesn't really care what people think, and you probably have that energy, but I am feeling here that, like, you do, and maybe there's something about that like, you need to be okay with, to move forward into this new part of whatever this letting go is happening. I do feel like the universe has given you an opportunity to, you know, cut the shit, move out of this part of your life, do the work, make some decisions, and decisions follow through with action. Like, you need to do something. I mean, we have the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles here. So this could be you moving into the energy of just, like, getting clear about the direction you're going in and taking some sort of action, putting an end to this. You're over it. The cycle's over and over. Like, you just want it to be over. You're coming to terms with really dealing with it the way you need to move forward. And then you have this whole new beginning in whatever the situation is. Because then he's offering her this light. And she's so excited and ready to take it. Like, for me, you did this for me. But for you, this feels super difficult. I think you're getting into the place of coming to terms with what it is you need to do, doing it, and then, you know, you get this whole new beginning with this Ace to start over. I do think you're super committed to whatever the situation is. But I'm getting a strong sense of there's, like, somebody not feeling the commitment because of the inaction. I think, you know, a lot of mental stuff's going on here. There's not a lot of you communicating that out. I think you're keeping it in. You're doing a lot of like wishing, hoping, praying it goes this way. But still just like not 100% sure, but I think you're getting clear on that. I do think that you are, I want to say, fiercely loyal to whatever this is, and maybe that's where the confusion is, because there's an energy here too that feels like people aren't aware of your fierce loyalty to something because there's no communication. This is somebody who has completely zipped the mouth, isn't talking, isn't taking action, isn't doing anything, and that part of you needs to die. I mean, this is an air sign, so I mean, this is you, Libra, or fucking Gemini. This could be dealing with a Gemini woman, Libra, or Aquarius woman, or it could be you. Two queens. This person is matching you, and you're both in the queen energy. There's something here that you definitely are needing to repair. I think you're terrified of it. I think you know what to do. You're just unclear about what that is going to create in your life. It feels a little chaotic. You don't like that unstable feeling of what this means. I think that you behaved in a situation poorly, and somebody's just not dealing with your shit anymore. So I'm sorry, not sorry. And I mean, you'll know if it's them or if it's you. I'm just giving you the energy. So I'm very much getting somebody wants you to, Aquarius. Like, they want it to be known. Like, they want it to be known. On this Queen of Swords, like, cut the shit, getting clear, moving forward, and all of this, like, things aren't clear, things aren't clear. Somebody's very much wanting you to get clear, cut the shit, communicate, say it is, speak your truth, speak your loyalty, and they're very much wanting you to do it publicly. Like, they're feeling like you may be saying this to them, and it's just not good enough at this point. Like, it's just not. Like, it needs to be more than that. Like, it's like you need to stand on a fucking stage in front of everybody and announce and deal with whatever that is, because I feel like all of the weight and the dealing and all of that has been on the other person, and it feels unfair. So the first card out is, your beauty still moves me, and I wish I could take back the things I said. Maybe you were just talking a whole bunch of shit, and now that it's time for you to talk a whole bunch of truth, you got quiet. And somebody doesn't understand. Like, you had no issue saying all this other stuff. Why can't you be in that same energy and speak some truth and let it be known? I do feel like you're, think that this person is very attractive. I mean, the stars here, I think you do see that person as, like, your match. They're your person. They're in your energy. They're for you. They're your gift. And I think they're very much aware that they're your gifts. And it's funny how the cards, I wish I could take back. How do we start this? Like, wishing, hoping, praying. You could just make something poof, go away. But that's not how it works. This death and judgment is calling me back to it. And I'm very much feeling now like hoping someone accepts your offer, or that, like, will what you do or offer be good enough? You feeling like, will it ever be good enough? Alright, let's see what these are, and then we'll get the other one. I'm finally feeling the consequences of my actions. So, yeah, I am feeling like, this person views you as, like, you said all these things before, you did all these actions before, maybe these actions were against them, or is the thing that keeps coming up for you to make right, and they're having a hard time understanding it, And they're in this scorned energy, like, you better do something because you did it. You had no issue doing it the way you did. Now you got to do it and do it the right way. And they're having a hard time understanding that because they're like, it wasn't hard for you to do. They're just not understanding why it's so hard for you to do what you need to do to make right by them when it wasn't hard for you to just do the opposite. Like, you had no issue doing that. I miss you regardless of how things seem. I think that's that distance energy. And my mind and heart always comes back to you. I think this could be a situation, Aquarius, where you feel like you've been in and out. Maybe you guys have been on a cycle where you've separated, come back together. Maybe this is the icing out energy where you just ice this person out and then you come to terms with, like, this is your person and you love them and you always are going to miss them regardless of how it seems because you don't really show it and communicate it. You're just not. And if you think you are, it's like breadcrumbs compared to what it should be. Because I feel like this person's been through a lot and dealt with a lot. And, like, it should be so much more than what I'm feeling it is. Like, you're coming in with a page and you're going to start all back over with the ace. Like, where's the 10? We skipped all over that and we're starting all over again. Like, they want to feel like they have the 10 of cups with you. This is, I'm afraid to take that next step right now. I feel it. I feel someone's trying to run away from a lot of pain and stuff that they caused. And it's just never going to get resolved that way. And what are you so scared of? Like, it really was me, not you. You're all I've ever wanted. I just want you to be happy. There it is. I mean, it all makes sense to me. I hope it makes sense to you, Aquarius. And I'm going to leave it there. I will see you guys soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.